Recoded Zaphod, and welcome to another episode from the Lyfcraft server. Although technically, I am starting in a creative test world because I want to show some things I've been thinking of doing for the village houses. And this is what I've settled on. I might adjust it a little bit once I put it in the world, because here it's actually in a desert rather than in the actual savannah. But I put down some grass to make sure it blend well. So yeah, I've decided to go with acacia and oak, as I have sources of both of those woods, and I think they actually do work well in savannah, the sort of colour palette. And I've tried to sort of get it in a not very steep roof, because I'm thinking of it being, well, because I think it's actually in the plains bit of my island, isn't it? But still, because I'm mostly savannah, I'm thinking of it as a hot, dry-ish area. So yeah, I'm going with a low roof and lots of air. So I haven't got any glass windows in. I've just got open windows, and then I've got this sort of sunshade around the house, and yeah, nice open door, sort of archway rather than an actual door. So I think I'm going to try and stick to this sort of style. On the top was looking a bit bland, so I put in these lighter birch bits. So I'm going to have to get a source of birch. But they're meant to look a bit like the sun's bleached the roof a little bit, which I think it works okay. I'll have to see once I get it on the scale of an entire house. Although I tried putting some in here, and it looked a bit odd, having it sort of in this not balcony, little overhang roof bit around the side. So I have to keep all of those a bit further in to keep it looking decent. And I tried to add a few extra details in. So here I've used a stair, so it looks as if there's sort of a vent under the window as well as through the window, which I think is quite a nice little effect. Even if you can't quite tell what it's meant to be, it still gives that extra bit of depth, as do the buttons and the signs across there. And I want to do a similar thing for a 2-story build, and the main difference is going to be something like this, where I have a staircase going out the outside. So the upstairs and downstairs will have the stairs outside rather than on the inside. So there'll be almost 2 separate houses. And yeah, this is the sort of style I want to go for the main buildings in the village. Although I would quite like to have a few slightly different ones, so it doesn't all look really samey. But yeah, I'm going to go with these for the main houses, and get the villagers a place with a roof over their heads. I appear to have made an accidental zombie farm, where if I stand here, all the zombies out here come towards me, and the iron golems inside come to them and can hit them through the wall. And I haven't seen the iron golem getting hurt. So yeah, and if I throw a few punches in, they should count as player kills, and then I should get XP from this. Well, this is a first. I found a baby zombie villager, who I'm now curing, and I had to do something a bit different for the baby zombie, because they would be able to get in and out of the traps that I set. So I had to block it off completely, and then I realised they're in this section, so I had to roof this up just before someone slept to make sure they didn't burn in the daylight. That should be one more villager I'm getting eventually. Hiding around there. They did look like they were taking a bit of damage, so I don't know if they got into a fight with a skeleton or something as they came in. Hello. You're right. I think that iron golem just killed him. What? Oh my goodness. They were definitely almost cured as well. The iron golem just wandered over and smacked him like through the wall. You're a horrible, horrible golem. Okay, I take that back. You're just a stupid golem. You don't know who's an enemy and who's a nice villager. So I think I do actually want to get that shop in as soon as possible so people can start buying things from it, because that'll be good for other people as well as good for me making profit, because they'll probably want to buy it as soon as they can. So I did start thinking of doing something big, and I started designing this, and I realized this very much looks like it's going to be a nether shop, and that's not the shop I'm making. So maybe at some point I need to do a big nether shop, and I can use this design for inverted boat. So you're getting a sneak peek at something that I might do later on in the season. But I think I might do something really simple and really quick, and I want to call it Bits and Bobs and Hog Drops. And it's going to have the drops from hoglins, so that's pork chops and leather. I'm also going to do some cooked pork chops because I'm going to do them separately so people can cook them themselves if they want, or for an additional charge they can buy them pre-cooked, which I feel like a lot of people will do, because if they're buying food anyway, they probably just want to buy it so they can immediately eat it. So yeah, I will do those and the leather, and then some other bits, which I think I might be doing emeralds as one of them, because I can sell my pork chops to my villagers. I can actually get emeralds fairly easily, so they're also an item which will sell fairly well, particularly once a few people have got some villagers. So yeah, emerald's going to be one of them, and then I might have a sort of almost miscellaneous chest of things the villagers might have sold me. So maybe Silk Touch books or name tags. I think people might want a few of. So yeah, I might even add in a second row if I think of some other things that I want to be selling. Although that makes it harder to access these ones, because if you've got an item frame showing what it's selling, yeah, it's a bit awkward trying to get in there. Or I suppose I could go with just signs on these, because then it's easier to get into them when they're above. And I think signs cause less lag than item frames, because item frames are entities. Yeah, that might be an idea, actually. I might go with signs on all the chests. So I think I'm going to put it here. I've come to the Mushville area, and yeah, there's some shops about. And I chopped down a spruce tree and replanted that, so hopefully that'll grow again before anyone else wants it, because my build uses some spruce wood. So I think I want to put down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... This is quite nice. Bits and bobs and hoglin drops. I went for the whole hoglins rather than just hogs because it has a better beat to the name. But yeah, emeralds, raw pork chops, leather, cooked pork chops, stuff and things. So they're just going to be 1 diamond for however many is in the chest in 1 slot. So for things like enchanted books, which might be in there, they're just going to be 1 diamond for that enchanted book. And for other stuff, like I might do some lanterns or glass, which I can buy from my villagers. I'll just stack them to 16 or 32 or however much I think 1 diamond's worth is. I don't think anything's going to be more than 1 stack for a diamond in there, because if I had enough that I could give away multiple stacks for a diamond, then I'd make it its own chest, basically. So yeah, I think that will work out all right. Now I just need to go back to my base and get all the stuff that I actually want to be selling. I can do some shopping around here, particularly over here, because I believe this is Zach's boat, and I believe he's selling elytra over here. So if I come over, I am going to check whether he's got any in stock. It's an empty-handed chest because I haven't crafted my own yet. Oh, there's 1 in there. Oh, and there's 1 in there. Okay, so I could definitely get my first one, which would only be 5 diamonds. And I don't think I want to buy him out and buy a backup one, at least not until I've got some books to enchant it with anyway. So yeah, there's that, and I could probably buy some... Yes, there's plenty of rockets, so I could get some of those as well. If I put this in the ground. Oh, that's just a hole. Okay. You know what? Let's just put it to the side for now. And can I pick that up? I might need to break into the side so I can pick that up and then get out again. There we go. And hopefully the grass will spread back fairly quickly. All right. Raw pork chops. So I do this and this. And I've got an advancement. And then that's 1, 2, 1, 2. Ending on breaking. That's pretty good. Just go for these ones because I think they're most likely to be useful, and that's 2 diamonds. Ooh, that looks so pretty. Okay, and I've got a few more diamonds to spend. So, do I go shulker boxes or some more rockets? You know what? I'm going to get those. So that's another 2. And then, do I want to spend all of my diamonds? I can always go mining for some more, and hopefully some people might buy some stuff from my shop. So, yeah, you know what? Shulker boxes will be particularly useful. For transporting stuff. So, yeah, particularly if I want to restock that shop, I'm going to want a couple more shulker boxes, I think, to be transporting stuff. So they're going to be very useful. And I am going to immediately put those shulker boxes into an ender chest, so I can't possibly lose them. Right, so the next thing I want to be doing, I think, is building my villager houses. And I think that's going to work best in the form of a time-lapse. And I'm going to have to take a break in the middle of this time-lapse because I have run out of oak wood. So I need to go and do some chopping. Over there I think I've got some oak planted and doing okay on acacia. But I probably will need more when I start doing more houses. So yeah. I don't know why I chose to do the biggest first. It's using like all of the materials. But yeah, I suppose it means there'll be plenty of space and I can move all my villagers into a house. So, yeah, I will probably continue a time-lapse after I've collected some more wood. So I've moved on to detailing. And, yeah, I can't seem to decide on what to do with the upstairs bits. The downstairs bits I'm fairly happy with. I can't remember whether I put some buttons in here as well. But even without those, I think they have enough to blend well. I think the top, there's just too much orange. So I think maybe I need to put some inverted stairs under this top layer and then move the lamps down one. I might have to try that and see what it looks like. But I'm fairly happy with how it's looking generally. Yeah, the roof is very flat, particularly from the lower angle. But from above, it does have a slight slope. But again, I say this as it's raining in this area because this is actually plains rather than the savannah over there. My thought process is this area is quite a dry area and doesn't get that much rain, and definitely doesn't get any snow. So they don't need steep roofs, and they'll have quite flat roofs because that tends to happen in hotter areas. Yeah, I think I need to try with less orange upstairs. I think the fences do enough on the bottom, particularly with the ones in the windows. But I think up here I just have far too much orange. So I think across the top I might do some inverted stairs. Is that going to make the roof not peek out enough? I could give it a go and see. And I've encountered a couple of problems. The first is I think that looks awful. And the second is you can't hang the lanterns from the underside of those stairs. So, yeah. You know what? Maybe... Oh... I think the whole roof might actually need to come down a block. And I think I'm going to go for this design because I need to keep that orange acacia block in there, otherwise the window looks weird. So I have to do a sort of arch over it so you can't see it from the front. And I tried it quite simple with just blocks and that looks silly. So I need to use some stairs to go sort of around it. But I think it's definitely better with the roof at that height. And I also think I prefer the signs in this height to the buttons. I'm not sure if I need something in the middle there. I think anything is just going to cover up the window. So I think I'm going to have to leave it like that. Which I think is okay. It's certainly better than these ones. Which, yeah, they're too high. So, hi. I'm going to replace all of these windows at the top by these ones. Right, so I've now done that to all the roofs, and I think that looks significantly better. And the downstairs windows now have buttons either side of the signs, so I'm quite happy with how that's going. And I think the next thing to do is to give it some greenery. So I think I'm going to get some acacia leaves and sort of drape them over this as much as possible. And yeah, make it look a little bit overgrown. And then also try and get some flowers and maybe some longer grass around the edge bits here. All right, and I think that this will probably do for the roof details. I do want to do some foliage sort of around the front of it, but I think I might wait until I've got more buildings in, because I don't want to be putting some foliage in and then realising I want a path running along there and having to take it all back out again. But I have noticed there's an issue with up here. I don't seem to be able to pathfind back down all the time. I made this double, so this should all be okay for pathing on. Because all of them have at least a top surface to path on. So I think it might be because I used bottom half slabs in here. I don't know if that's confusing them or whether they think they can get out through the corners or something. And they are directly above where they want to be. So I'm going to try temporarily doing this. Let's see. If you get up on those blocks, are you gonna be happier pathfinding down? Or is it still too far to go all the way down to your bed? Maybe I need to put a staircase in on the inside somehow. I think I might have to put a staircase in. Okay, so I went ahead and I put in an interior staircase as well. And downstairs is now decorated with bookcases pretty much everywhere, because there was something I was getting a lot of by leveling up the villagers that I had. And yeah, the upstairs still needs some decoration, but I'm sure I'll get to that in due course. But I'm quite happy with the downstairs actually. And I've got plenty of beds in here for all of my villagers. I think I've got a couple of spare beds. I occasionally use one of the empty ones if I'm over here and need to sleep the night away, or just reset the phantom counter. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the interior, at least of the downstairs, and I think this looks pretty good. So I think that's going to be where I end this episode. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. I've been Recoded Zaphod, and thanks for watching.